Hello. So in today's stream, I'll be learning C again, and I will be using the same book as the last time. And let me just set up my chat. Uh, and then I will change to full screen. So I hope my internet works well this time. So last time it just cut out in the middle of the stream. So let me change to full screen. Okay, so this is my study notes website. Last time I learned about types. So basically I did chapter 11, which is more on types and variables. We learned about the scoping, global variable, and we learned about enum and struct. Wait, I'll just read it from here. Uh, allows you what is known as type def. Okay, type def enum. Oops, it got stuck. I did control scroll instead of shift scroll. Think this zoom level is enough. So type def unsigned char byte. Uh, when we say this defines a new type, what it really does is create an alias to an existing type. By convention, user-defined types are usually given names in capital letters. It's not compulsory, but it does help to distinguish them from variables when reading the code. So this is the Boolean type over here. Wait, I think this zoom level is enough. Then we learned about struct to define a data structure. Then you can have like multiple types inside of a struct. Uh, this is a collection of individual variables which are grouped together, allowing you to pass the structure between functions rather than the individual variables. Rather than these individual variables, you can pass the entire structure. We can access the variable using dot. So data is of my data type, and then you can do data dot in value 1 and data dot in value 2. And if you're using a pointer, like this is the pointer to this data, then you can use arrow. You have to use arrow instead of a dot. Accidentally. Okay. What happened? Okay. Then the next chapter is about headers. Headers and the preprocessor. I mean, if it loads, that would be great. Why is it so slow? In this app, I used Electron and I used iframe to have this YouTube chat over here. The thing is, how does the iframe know like my profile? Okay, let's do 2 page. All the examples we have seen so far have put all the code for a program in a single C file. But once programs get big, it makes more sense to be able to split them up into separate files, grouping similar functions together. To understand how this works, we need to look in more detail at what the compiler actually does. In all the examples so far, we have called GCC on a single source file. It has created a single executable program. This hides the fact that GCC actually does two things. First, it compiles your C source file into what's called an object file, and then it links the object file with all the library functions to create the executable. The second step is performed by a program called a linker. GCC actually does both jobs. Okay, I'll write this. Should I put this in the code? I should make another sublist that's opened. So, no, never mind. First it compiles into what's called an object file, and then it links the object file. It is performed by linker in GCC. If you create a program with multiple source files, you just need to include the names of all the source files in the call to GCC. It will then create one object file for each source file and then link all of your object files together to create the executable. There's one snag though. If you separated your code into separate files, usually referred to as modules, you have some files which may you will have some files which make calls to functions in other files in order to work. These files don't find out about each other until the linker operates on them. The files are compiled individually, and the compiler will complain if you use functions in a file it doesn't know about. We fix this using header files. Yeah. Uh, why is he copying so slow? To copy this. Okay, we fix this using header files. These are files with the extension .h, which hold the declaration of functions and global variables defined in a module, so that the compiler can be told about them when they're used by another module. We've already seen this many times. Remember that line hashtag include studio.h, not studio, standard input output.h at the top of the examples. This is exactly this process. That is exactly this process. It's telling the compiler that functions declared in a system header folder standard input output.h are used in this module. Okay, we can take this extension. I think I can put this in code tag. While you can call header files whatever you like, there is no magic about the name. It's good practice to give header files for the function in a particular C file the same name as the C file itself with the H extension rather than the C.C extension. This makes it easier for someone reading your code to find the files where the functions are defined. Okay, splitting the code into multiple files. Let's look at an example of how this works. Create 3 files with the extension .c, one with the extension .h as follows. Okay, so take this first .c. How do you prettify? So Control Shift F. No. I'll just change this to main. How do you view? I forgot how you prettify. Is it Control F? No. Pretty. Pretty. No. Okay, let me search online. Like, hold on. Is it Shift Alt F? Wait, this do full screen. It says Shift Alt F, but this is what Shift Alt F did. It's not supposed to. Uh, Pretty. I should just define functions dot h function dot h. Can't seem to find it. But I don't think I used that library last time. If I do Control Shift F again, this doesn't look. It wasn't like this before. Control Shift. What happens if I disable it? Maybe it does it like this when it's only one line. If I have what now? Oh, it's only in one line it does it like that. Now, okay, add values 1, 2, 3. This and then functions.c. Just one function. But all three files are the same directory and run gcc, giving it the name of both C files. Okay. Hmm. A few things to note. First, inside the header file, we declare the function with the word extern. This tells the compiler that this function is to be found externally to the file in another C file. Using wait, I'm finding the shortcut. Control Alt C. Yeah. I think I will write it like this. Okay. Let me copy this. Let's see. Okay, this works. A few things to note. First, inside the header file, we declare the function with the word extern at the start of the declaration. This tells the compiler that this function is to be found externally to the file, i.e. another C file. The word extern. Yeah, the word extern tells the compiler that this function is to be found externally to the file. Secondly, we have to always include, while we have always included standard input output.h with its name between the uh, angle bracket, we include function.h in double quotes. The angle bracket sign tells the angle bracket signs tell the compiler to look for the file in the directory where the system's include files are stored. The quote signs indicate that the file is a local and is in the same directory as the .c file you're building. Okay. Uh, in the include part of main.c Okay, as you can imagine, if you have a project with tens of hundreds of C files, typing all the names in the call to GCC every time would be a bit tedious. Large projects are built with a tool called make, which stores build instructions in a make file. Make files are outside the scope of this book, but there are a lot of information about them online. Mm. Okay, yeah, have a let's see my notes. So what does hashtag include actually do? It's an instruction to the preprocessor, which is the first stage of compiling. It substitutes text within source files before passing them to the compiler itself. think I should do American bold. Uh, the preprocessors control with what are called directives. These are easy to spot, but they all start with a hashtag sign. The include directive instructs the preprocessor to replace the line with the file which it's including. So in our example, the line hashtag include function.h in the C file gets replaced with the contents of the file function.h, meaning what's passed to the compiler looks like this. Uh, okay. Include will work on any file. It just substitutes the include line with the contents of the file. Occasionally you will see this being abused. Some programmers bypass the use of header files by including other C files themselves. While this does work, it's poor practice. Don't be tempted to try it. Hashtag define. Another useful directive is define, which can be used to define constant values. Look at this example. Wait. Is this part of the preprocessor? Yeah, what's happening? Okay, so the left control and right control, they don't work the same. The left control work, but the right control doesn't. I was just using these shortcuts. Okay, the preprocessor. This worked before. I don't know why it's not working now. Uh, like the right control is not working. If I do control B. I was using my keyboard language was different. That's why it wasn't working. Okay. Uh, define. And I'll take all of this, put it here. What is this? I guess I will have slash n over here. The directory hashtag define is used to set the value of pi. The important thing to remember is that pi is not a variable. It's text that will be substituted by the preprocessor. Okay. Mm. The define line tells the preprocessor to go through the file and replace every instant of the text pi with the digits 3.14159 before passing it to the compiler. So a line which does something like pi will cause an error. The compiler will see the meaningless statement 3.14159 is equal to is assigned to 5. Why is this useful? Why not just declare a float variable called pi and set it to 3.14159? Floating point variable requires all allocating memory in which to store it. Using define saves that memory, which is useful if memory is limited. You can also define functions. Again, this does a text substitution. Whenever add AB appears in the code, it's replaced by a plus b, with the values a, b replaced by the arguments to AND. The preprocessor can also evaluate conditions with if directive. Okay, let me copy the function part. Uh, Laptop is really slow. And uh, okay, if you use define for texting, you should be they should be enclosed in double quotes. Otherwise, they would be otherwise the replace text will end at the first space. So use uh, hashtag define my text. This is some text to replace. The double quotes are included in the replacement, so you can just call printf my text. Okay, just add that here. Okay. With the zero after if, the code between if and else doesn't get called. But the code between else and if does. If we change the value after the if to a 1, the code between the if and else does get called, but the code between else and an if doesn't. This is a useful trick to temporarily remove or replace a piece of code when you're debugging. But can't we use like a normal if statement? Okay, so let's take all of this. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. I want to know. Wait, hold on. Uh, why? Okay. Alt. If and hash if are different things with different purposes. If you use the if statement, the condition is evaluated at runtime, and the code for both branches exists within the compiled program. The condition can be based on the runtime information, such as the state of the variable. If is for standard flow control in the program, but if you use the preprocessor's hash if, the condition is evaluated at compile time. Originally, this was before compile time, but these days preprocessors are usually part of the compiler, and the code for the false branch is not included in the compiled program. The condition can only be based on compile time information such as defined constants and the like. And hash if is for having different code but different compile time environments. For if uh, okay, I understand. And then I think this is good enough. I think I will end this. No, I won't end the stream here. I will do one lead code question to get good with C, and then I will end the stream. I think I need to get good with data structures. Maybe. Also, wait. I should just link the answer. Leetcode. Which one is good for learning C? Like I want to get used to with the syntax. Okay, let's see. Should I close my study notes? Yeah, I should just close it. Okay. Study plan. Where's the one with data structures? Are these questions like what is this explore part? Oh, it cost money. What is binary search? Given an array of integers, nums, which is sorted in ascending order, and an integer target, write a function to search target in nums. If target exists, then return its index, otherwise return -1. You must write an algorithm with complexity log of n runtime. It's in ascending order, right? And I have to, what do I have to return? Okay, let me see. Let me see, get a refresh on what binary is. Is it like, I think this is what binary search is. I completely forgot. Search. Search D. Uh, in size is equal to 10. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10 in size. What just happened? Size and then 20. Why isn't this like lit up? Isn't this how you do arrays in C? don't get what the issue is. Right. Okay, so that is how you do it. GCC main.c. Forgot how you do this. I don't think it's written in my notes though. Variable sized object may not be initialized except with an empty initializer. Okay, let's see what the issue is. Variable sized may not be initialized with. Now, what do you mean by object? Like this is C, it's not like object oriented. Yeah, what if I do constant? Okay, never mind then. Didn't print anything. Should print -1. Why didn't it print anything? Hmm. Wait, I have another idea. Arc. Print F. Uh, okay, now it did print. So 1 and then arc V 0. If arc C is more than 1, else print F. Please give arguments. Arc V, arc C. Hmm. Wait, arc V is 2D? Hold on. Oh yeah, it is, I guess. Because it's like a list of strings, right? What if I do this? For is less than nums is size printf uh, percentage d nums I. C list of integers as Yeah, let me see. Hmm. Argv is char, like a pointer to char. Then how do we let's loop through it. What if I do integer nums argc? Is that possible? Yeah, I think I'm allowed nums. Argc. Wait. Yeah. Okay, no. Okay, so it is allowed. Constant number nums size is argc minus 1 for let I 0. Num size I plus nums I is argvi. So this, whoops, I did late because of JavaScript. What is this? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, why does it do this? void array print. Let's see. Array print. Why doesn't this work? Wait, what's the issue? Size. Oh, then I do a 1, 2, 45, 78. Let's try now. Okay, 1, 2, 45, 78. What is this? 1, 2, 45, 78. Okay, yeah. Now it works. Said it's in ascending order, right? And then, so I guess, print num size. Oops. What if it's like f into 3, 4, 5, 6? Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3. So if there is an array like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the size would be 6. 6 divided by 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. So it will search here, right? And then if it's 7, it will still search 3. Int half index is uh, if num size is equal to 1 and nums 0 is equal to target. Actually, if nums 0 target return hmm, hold on. Num size 8 half indexes. Let's try this. Oops. Wait, doesn't it? Shouldn't it cut in half? Why does it remain 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Then divided by 2 is 7. So it prints 7. Shouldn't it? Oh, So 731. Okay, let me think. Start index is 0 and index is nums size. And print whether target is more than nums think this. Okay, let's see what do we get. Target here is 20. Hmm. So it returns 1, then 1 again. So if target is equal nums index, then return half index. Else if, then mm, should do it like this. End index minus start index, and I should do the same here. Small else. So if target is, let's say target is 3. Now let's say target is, let's say target is 95. So it's more than half. So the starting index must be here. Otherwise the end index. Like integer difference is this. Oops. Now I have to change the start index on the end index. So start index is equal to half index is equal to half index. Start index, end index, and then what happens if the difference is 1? Let's see. The target is 20, right? So target was half index was somewhere in between. Okay, there are 14. Half index was somewhere in between. Target was 20. Target was more. One, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In a sense, target was more than 7. And the start index is 7. I don't know what's happening. It should be halfway. And then minus start index. All up. more than 1. Okay, 0, 14, and 7. And again 7, 14, and 10. Right. What if I add a 20 or like here? Sure. 11, 12. This should work. Whoops. I'm not signed in. Wait, I don't know why it's taking so long. Okay. Now let's run. Okay, let's see. I can just add an if statement here. If nums size is equal 1, if num size no 0 target return 0, else return -1. What happened? I don't get what the issue is. Oh, oops. And just in case half index is bigger, start index. Okay, guess we'll end my stream here. Next time I'll continue programming, and guess see you guys next time then.